Gain experience in over 20 different tools, 10 secret hacks to increase engagement and reach with live classes from our domain experts.
What are you waiting for? Register now to be certified and EdRedified.
By 2025, India's digital marketing industry is predicted to be worth rupees 4,000 crores. India has over 40 crores internet users and your next potential client is probably scrolling right now. Kickstart your digital marketing career with beginner and expert courses. Become a digital marketing pro in social media optimization, search engine optimization, content marketing strategies, infographic design, web development, and much more. Gain experience in over 20 different tools, 10 secret hacks to increase engagement and reach with live classes from our domain experts.
What are you waiting for? Register now to be certified and EdRedified.
By 2025, India's digital marketing industry is predicted to be worth rupees 4,000 crores. India has over 40 crores internet users and your next potential client is probably scrolling right now. Kickstart your digital marketing career with beginner and expert courses. Become a digital marketing pro in social media optimization, search engine optimization, content marketing strategies, infographic design, web development, and much more. Gain experience in over 20 different tools, 10 secret hacks to increase engagement and reach with live classes from our domain experts.
What are you waiting for? Register now to be certified and EdRedified.
By 2025, India's digital marketing industry is predicted to be worth rupees 4,000 crores. India has over 40 crores internet users and your next potential client is probably scrolling right now. Kickstart your digital marketing career with beginner and expert courses. Become a digital marketing pro in social media optimization, search engine optimization, content marketing strategies, infographic design, web development, and much more. Gain experience in over 20 different tools, 10 secret hacks to increase engagement and reach with live classes from our domain experts.
What are you waiting for? Register now to be certified and EdRedified.
All right, guys. My name is Pallab Kakoty. I hope you guys can hear me. I'll take that as a yes. All right. Thank you, Jishma. So, I have been into internet marketing for close to 20 years now, and EdRed has given me the opportunity to present my experience all these years that I have gathered and the multiple tools that I have acquired over the years. As a digital marketing manager, my core skill sets is primarily conversion optimization. I have the experience of creating audiences depending on the industry vertical. I build my audiences first depending on a particular business, and then I try to ideate the acquisition strategy. I bring acquire multiple domains from different industry segments, be it education, be it the financial sector, travel. Lately, I've been very much explored with travel. So I bring in a collective experience of using multiple tools, and this session will primarily give you a leverage as to not just explore internet marketing, the advanced version. We are in 2.0, but very soon things will be 3.0. So how are those things would be? Those are a few things that we will look, and we will try to figure out a way to have a question answer session probably. So please feel free to raise your hands, drop in a question, and make the session more interactive. So without any further ado, let me share my screen. I have made a small presentation for you so that we can take this session in a more collective way. So I would not I have been made to understood that you guys are on a very initial stages of your training. So what we will try to explore today are these are the topics that we are looking at here: podcast marketing, AdSense. We will also try to look at uh, e-commerce marketplace and marketplace listing, how these facets come into practice, how you can help create the relevant content required to build forth your portfolio. So when I say build forth your portfolio, it starts primarily with a website. It starts with uh, nowadays website is boring. A video is more in. You guys would spend more time on reels and YT shorts as compared to actually going through a news article. Back in our time, we used to do this with websites and news articles that used to come. We used to feel very excited about it. Now the whole experience is changing. So when we say podcast marketing, we are trying to be very collaborative, very comprehensive in getting what is happening. Uh, in the international market, people don't have the time to read; they have the time to listen. They travel. We all travel. We spend like 2 hours on a metro or on a commuting purpose. So listening is the new prerogative, and a podcast marketer would definitely know how to use these tools. It can be a simple audio recorded on your mobile phone and having the time and agenda to unwind it at the end of the day and use that as an extract. That is also podcast marketing. We are YouTubers these days, so we see a lot of YouTubers. That is also a podcast marketing. I can do my podcast. I can use text to speech tools. So I can intelligently ask a AI dashboard to convert my text into speakable MP3 format. I can put my own accent. I will have to pay money for that. But there are international accents that you can use, and I've seen Indian accents also coming into play. So that's how big the market is becoming. and talk to it in a more relative aspect when we talk of bringing in our own language into play. Malayalam, Kerala, Assamese, I'm from Assam, Delhi, Haryanvi. Haryanvi doesn't have their own dialect. So the whole episode of Devanagari scripts coming into play, and you interacting with your system on with your regional language, and the system intelligently understanding that and propagating it into various translations if required be, if you have an international audience. So those are the kind of things we discuss when we talk about podcast marketing. It is a remedial tactic. I'm sure a lot of you would have Spotify sessions. You listen to Spotify probably. I learned today one of my favorite podcast platform, only audio. I mean, I could record an audio session and I could use it. Was Anchor.fm, and I was very happy to see that they have been acquired by Spotify. So thanks to EdRed, thanks to you guys, this session that I'm having, I was made to explore my past and I learned something new. So now you can use Anchor.fm to actually go into Spotify and create your own audio feed. You can build your own audience. Something I've seen LinkedIn doing it lately. LinkedIn has introduced their own. LinkedIn has everything. When they was taken over by Microsoft, they got Skype built in. So they becoming the competition for Zoom is the future. We are all in Zoom. If we have recorded this session, this becomes a webinar for EdRed. Uh, People can subscribe to this feed. EdRed can do a landing page and think of acquisition. So these are the facets we talk when we talk of podcast marketing. We bring in everything that we can think of, not just audio but video. If required, VFX. In a fancier world, we are bringing in augmented reality. We are bringing in virtual reality. And all these aspects are possible. It's very true. I've seen it. I've seen with a few clients where I've seen people using 3D VR in a conference in US. And I've seen holographic 3D diagrams of the human heart in a conference, which I've attended virtually. So all these aspects come into podcast marketing, and that's what we will try to sum up when we talk of podcast marketing. Uh, so when we talk of marketing, when we talk of distributing our content, uh, what is exactly we need to understand is our target audience. Whom are we catering to, and what is exactly the behavioral attribute of the target audience? Uh, you know, it depends on. I'm a LinkedIn person. I spend my time more on LinkedIn. So if someone who was wanting to sell a car or sell a flat wants to reach a target audience like me, and if that person tries to interact with me using Instagram, I would not respond to it. But if the person tries the right way to reach out to me on LinkedIn, be it a connection request, a message request, or an ad, n number of ways, I would reciprocate to it. So that is my behavioral attribute. When we talk of target audience, we also talk of in an advanced platform. Omni-channel. What is omni-channel? Omni-channel messaging is one dashboard that gives you access to all the information. So I'll have my Insta there, I'll have my LinkedIn there, I'll have my Messenger there, and I will also be given a score of where I'm more active. And based on that attribute, a notification can be initiated with me, like we receive notifications on our devices. A personalized notification, if I have the privacy right accepted, the cookie part accepted, and additional GDPR aspect accepted, in that leverage, my messaging can be more personalized. My messaging can be more personalized to my proximity. If I am a Starbucks guy, and if I am riding, and if I'm around a Starbucks location, I can be given a personalized notification. Now that is GDPR. That is not just accepting cookies, but that is accepting that whatever behavior or mobile is tracking of you is available for marketers to be used to entice. And then in advanced form, I can retarget. Retargeting, as we all know, or you would need to know by now, is seeing the same ad again and again, giving a recollection. I fly to Guwahati. Every time I do Delhi to Guwahati flight, I'll do a little activity, and then I'm bombarded with ads relevant to that particular talk. So that's remarketing. So when we talk of target audience, these are all the facets that we need to gather. And when I was working with Accenture, my client was Google. So there, the whole structure of creating an audience and giving it legitimacy was imbibed. I'm a person who says that remarketing is a crime, but not to the pundits. It is very reformative. But yes, the advanced part of it will definitely have some bearing questions. So anyway, without not confusing that aspect, the next aspect that we need to understand when we talk of podcasts and we talk of marketing is the content. Don't go with the 65%. While creating the presentation, I just saw 65%. I did not edit that. So there is no significance of the 65%. But when we talk of creating compelling content, it is the hindsight of activity. I see a lot of far cry on the LinkedIn talking about losing jobs to AI and insecurity there. Why is I use AI? I have been using ChatGPT. I didn't want it to, but it's a smart way of doing it. But let me tell you this: no AI can replicate a human writing. There are tools that are coming up right now that can immediately tell you if your content is copied from AI or has it been a human written aspect. So that's the uniqueness of content writing. So even if I use Chat GPT or any other AI, I would want to personalize my writing. I would want to use prefixes and suffixes, use a little grammar if I can, probably make sentences, join them, amend them, fancy around, play around with adjective. I would make my content stand out because, you see an impression of an image, you see a visual activity and animation. It is the title, the caption that makes you click on it. So, creating compelling content is the versatility of your whole strategy. I will sum up to it. Here we were trying to ascertain, how you can use the whole aspect of not just creating content, but at the same time, here comes the part wherein you diversify. Each of these particular attributes are three different career avenues that you have. You can be the torch bearer of your marketing aspect by talking about branding and positioning aspect for a company, wherein you create a new entity for your brand for a job you take up. Uh, you can also talk about the promotional channels that you would want to create. For that, you would want to uh, do an audit of the YouTube channels that your competitors are using, how you can use these channels to leverage the product that you are trying to deliver. YouTube is getting dynamic by the day, and what YouTube has inspired is OTT. And the way I see OTT now, the fight is Netflix being so intelligent that they are really telling passport sharing is a crime. You should not go to passport sharing. The pundits are saying that they are losing money because of that aspect. I see tools like Prime Video, Hotstar, where multiple devices can be tracked. And I think the other platforms can also, but I experienced it on these two platforms. So the devices were always intelligent, and we are finding new ways to use technology and make them give us result and behavior back that we can sell for profit. And that again, it's a very deep game when you're talking of promotional channels. So these are the facets, the advanced part of your uh, internet marketing adventure would felicitate to. Uh, it will take you time, but this is the branching out of the future when we talk of channeling what all are available when we talk of video streaming. It's very dynamic. Uh, then we talk of optimized podcast metadata. I'm talking of a future wherein all these OTTs will have their own metadata. I'm sure you understand metadata. The shorter version of metadata is the SEO thing that you're learning, that your title, that your meta description, and your keywords. Nowadays, the keywords are being taken away. The keywords would be automatically fetched by the algo, because the instructions are that you should have one keyword, one page. Your page should talk about your keyword density, should talk about only that particular keyword, one word, one keyword. And then you can have conversational phrases, you can have long words, you can have short tail words, you can have connectors. I use a tool called Answer the Public. It has been taken by Neil Patel, and Answer the Public now gives you a very biblical breakup of the top faceted keywords that come into play with a particular brand keyword. I mean, that market is so big that they give you only 3 searches free. But when I learned of the tool, I keep searching all this, and this is one habit that I've really respected. That giving the free dashboard thing is actually a treasure trove, and you can do a good lot of things with that. So whenever you come across any such platform, the most latest I've come across is also asked. So that is another very dynamic tool. They all fetch all data from real time, from geolocations actually. So anyways, the crux of the story is that your metadata is the structure of your video that you're promoting. What structure? The title, the description, the location. If there are captions, wonderful, nothing like it, because that will again be identified as the key versatility of language and deeper content. So the metadata would be one of the core ingredients of database building. When we talk of creating Geo Cinema wanting to sell their intellectual rights to Prime Video. Today, I got the news that even Geo Cinema is going to be subscription based. So our days of free IPL is going to be over. So, anyways, going forward, these are the facets where we talk of podcast marketing and the advanced versions of it. So you go into podcast marketing, you talk about a career of branding and positioning one entity. You can go into promotional channels. You can talk of using different art forms. You can different musical backgrounds, video backgrounds, uh, storytelling, and bring together a promotional platform for video interactions. And at the end of the day, you can also talk of the data. All this is building. So you can just be the data guy, fetch this information, make it available to other prerogatives, and it's dynamic. It's very vibrant. So how do we engage with our audience? We have created the content. We wanted to understand how now we can at best create engagement with them. So when we talk of audience engagement, it's very important again to firstly understand whom are we talking with, who would be actually listening to it and visually uh, uh, giving you back. You cannot see how they're reacting into, but you can sum up their experiences. So, how would you want someone watching your video to end up feeling? You want them to feel emotive. You want them to feel happy. You want them to feel thrilled. You want them to feel suspenseful. So you create those prerogatives. You want them to feel comedy. That can also be an attribute. So when we bring in comedy, why I rushed into comedy is because then you can bring in age. So your audience would also come into an age where they are teenage, below teen, above teen. Your content filtering will come into play. So those are the engages of audiences. So you need to understand what you would be actually interacting with. For example, Twitter has polls, LinkedIn has polls. Um, why would you want to use those aspects? I don't think you can use them in a funny way, in an interactive way, but that's a whole facet of understanding what is your audience that you're trying to talk to and how you want to interact with this audience. With regard to cross promotions would be advanced leveraging. This is where you are trying to bridge a gap between education and profit, and more actually. A civil servant can actually talk about an IS institute from where the person has got themselves a 3 month course probably or read a book probably. Why I'm saying this is I've been involved with the UPSC program not that I've appeared for an examination, but uh, as 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 representative of various uh, coaching institutes where the whole volatility, whole structure of creating a UPSC candidate and IAS candidate is created. So you need to understand the whole syllabus. You need to understand how the whole scheduling takes place. That are interview nouns. How do you prepare for this interview? So when I was doing that, I got to understand the whole structure of it and the whole program of the interview part. Why video making is very important because the whole at the end of the presentability part of your personality is the definition that you will create, and that needs to be very reflective. So you need not be camera shy. Yet, if you are, you can use voiceovers of your own audits. So you should actually try doing things like that. So when we talk of cross promotions, it's basically bridging different interest point, yet making lineage of the understanding. So I listen to music. So all my videos would have a background music, irrespective if there is a voiceover, if there is no voiceover. I love music, so I put on all my videos. So you can go to my YouTube, youtube.com/, at the red HSHDSH. That's my channel. So there you would see all the videos that I've created. 99% of them would have a music. But in the background, there would be slides going on. There would be clips that I have taken from multiple platforms. I use a lot of Dribble, DRIBBLE.com. Uh, three Bs, the Dribble, the basketball dribble. So dribble.com gives me a lot of clips created by wonderful people, all free. I have to go and smartly say that I need clips for so and so. If you use good fancy words, you can create a lot of tools. So I use them, I bring them onto Canva, and then I create videos out of YouTube templates Canva has already created. I'm trying my hands on using Adobe Express. I have heard that even Microsoft is also coming up with their own version of Canva. I don't know the name out of it. I heard of it. I read it somewhere. So because Canva has their own struggling points, it can be better, but they're greedy. So how you use all these platforms to channelize your own content? You are a cross promotional podcast marketer. You are talking about education. yet you like music, so you would give a background music, and then you interact with other people who are in the same leeway and interact with them also. Nowadays, I've seen reaction videos of a whole movie, Anurag Kashyap movie, given by two people from different part of the globe. One would be from the US and the other would be from New Zealand. They both don't understand English, Hindi, but they would go with the subtitle of it, and they would give a real reaction of the movie. And I've enjoyed that actually. I've enjoyed the way a New Zealand guy and a US girl would react to a script from Gangs of Wasipur. So when I talk of cross promotion, those are the various dynamics that come into play. Uh, I hope this is not too much of information to you guys, but let's push on. When we talk of podcasts and creating a schedule of activities, consistency and frequency are very important. You don't like too much of information on your phone as notifications, yet you wish that you get the right notifications from maybe probably family members that you have tagged and saved on your Instagram list. You can create not such personalized list yet on Facebook, but yes, that the end is very soon. They already have our payment details. If you wish to give share that information with them. So consistency and frequency come up with the scheduling mechanic, the repeatability mechanic, the reaching new mechanic of various dashboards and platforms, and how you would use them to your advantage with that information by reacting to it. So, in one way, a prime example of such a session would be today's session. You would have, I have given myself a notification, I've set myself a notification that I need to be active for this. I set myself a preparation time, then I receive the right amount of information telling me how do I need to get into this. So that is the attribution for consistency and frequency. Various tools, various dashboards will give you that advantage. Your YouTube dashboard would give you a lot of tools and personalizing uh, in days forward. You can already actually integrate both YouTube and Zoom from one dashboard itself, so that the whole working mechanics of both that information, that you're setting a meeting on Zoom and you're sharing the YouTube link as well to show what a session of the video, can all be interacted together and used as a tweet in real time. So I can actually use this session, share it to my social network, and bring in people. So that would be the advanced leverage of consistency and frequency and how you're using that information. I can be integrated with the CRM, and the CRM can also notify it to all the colleagues in my organization. So that is the the further dynamics of things. And when we have all this set, we will need analytics. I love analytics. Uh, it's the next big thing. Uh, you guys would be aware of the fact that you must be seeing information on your devices that GA4 is coming. So what exactly is GA4? You've heard of Google Analytics so far. I am assuming that, but again, I am anticipating that you are interested with the whole learning of how advanced the things of future can be. So GA4 is an advanced version of Google Analytics. Google Analytics is primarily a tracking platform that tells you what your website is actually being frequented by. Uh, are there people visiting on your website? Where they are visiting from? What devices they are visiting from? What time they are spending on your website? How many people are coming and jumping off in the first 10 seconds? That's got a bounce rate. How many number of people are seeing the images? What exactly is the interaction of your mouse as you are playing around with your home page? what is above the full scroll, what is below the full scroll. You have heat maps that tell you where exactly people are engaging on your homepage. So all these aspects are eventually being tracked into giving you better understanding of how a user interacts with your website. And that is user experience designing, another multiple facet aspect. So GA in our Google Analytics is a simplified version of your visitors coming into your website. GF4 is the advanced amalgamation of everything: your devices, your laptops, your screen laptops, your touch devices, your IoT devices, your intelligent TV, Android TV, your Apple TV, all such aspects, your smartphone, how we can give out, we can track behavioral attributes of how those individual devices are interacting with the set of instructions. What are those instructions? Play these movies from these apps based on these few categories. So that's how an app would have a very simplified version of an app, like a Netflix, is distributing their rich network of movies made available. So you need to understand to that multi-dynamic aspect of tracking. So GF4 is that future for you. It gives you everything. Adobe Target is trying to come into that, but we will try to cover that a little more in future slides, in the next few slides. But these are the dynamics of how many people are actually coming into your website, and what behavior they are giving into play. There is another aspect to Google Analytics, which would be, no, I won't say another aspect, it's a complete different branch altogether: Google Search Console. The content on your website, that can be branched into keywords, as we just discussed back. Your one website to talk about one keyword only, and how you make that information available across your website in a seemingly intelligent way. With AI in play, you would actually be more inclined towards making it machine uh, optimized, yet you do not know what topic the machine will pick up from the entire content of your website. So that's how important your content needs to be. Even if it's one word that you're writing, it should talk the whole length and breadth of that particular topic. And don't bring in additional jargons. If you need want to talk about something else, you create another page for it and focus on that particular page. So that is the emphasis for one keyword, one page. Now, when you bring in all these aspects together, your ultimate objective is that you would be weighed and ranked based on your structuring with other efforts for other competitors. And that is why it is important that you follow the machine coded instructions, however difficult they will be, because there are others who are also doing the same thing. And you would want to outrank them if you want to increase your rank. So that's how competitive search engine optimization is. Nowadays, it's very easy. All you have to do is write good content. So Google Search Console will give you the advantage to bring together how you would want your content to talk about your website. And Google Analytics is the behavioral aspect. Once they land on your website, what would they do? How they spend their time on you? And going forward, how do you use this data and structure it better? That's when the engagement part comes. That's when someone who you created a page, they come to the page, they followed your page. Now, how do you would want them to come back again? And that is engagement. And that is by creating your own niche, your own skill set will come into play, what content you will use, the whole aspect of podcast marketing. So, that is the reason why the whole focus was to create and explain podcast marketing, so that with podcast, you try to understand what and how you would want to interplay yourself, how you would want to promote your own career prerogatives in the days ahead. What career outlines you would choose. Internet digital marketing is very dynamic, and the kind of technology that is coming into play, do not be at all worried about that AI will take your job. No, no amount of AI can undo what we humans can do. So never forget that aspect of things. AI can be at best used as a utility device. We have a hammer for everything in life. AI is just another hammer. All we need to do is hammer it, and it will give us back what we wanted to give it. So analytics and measurement is that aspect of understanding what audience that you had set forth to create with the initial structure we started with the session is eventually going to be acquired to you. And once that comes and becomes a followers, uh, how you not forget about them and keep entertaining them. That's the aspect. That's the whole aspect of becoming a business oriented approach on your marketing. So going forward, what we try to cover is also bring you close to uh, an understanding of how actually go forward with your. So once you complete the sessions out here, you would be given a product, you would be given a brand name, you would be given a, a, a subject of research, uh, and your end job would be what would be your approach. How would you approach that project, that product, or that particular subject, and how you make it presentable, how you create your story around it, uh, whom are you going to talk about. That particular story is again going to come, and this is where the whole what you have learned about audience building eventually will help you, because you can be selling something like a cap, but you can sell the cap to a different vibrant of people. You can be selling a perfume. You can also be selling an OTT playlist. So your research will and your presentability will definitely help you a lot in your times ahead. When we talk about scheduling them, I follow a mechanic that I think will help you guys. It's called a 30, 60, 90 days playbook. It's a program wherein you will actually get to understand how do you approach your uh, your marketing platform, your product aspect. I've made a very small timeline aspect of it, so probably at the end of the session, I can give you a demo of it also. Uh, I will give you a brief hindsight of the tools and dashboards that I have been using right now. And we will talk about how websites, landing pages, blogs, and all these aspects can be linked together with your Google Analytics 4 and your Google Search Console, and how Adobe Experience Platform is coming. Adobe Experience Platform is nothing else. It's a smart interaction. It's a smart amalgamation of all analytics available across multiple devices, more of like an advanced version of Google Analytics 4, but no, it is beyond that actually in multiple faceted. So as you go forward with your career choices, these are the attributes that you will be a mandate, irrespective of what technology or what future the things comes into. These three attributes, your website, landing pages, blogs, your measurement dashboard, your content qualification with Google Search Console, and Adobe Experience Platform. Uh, because the market needs, it's better to have two partners. Like you have Google, you have Bing, but in your MBS college, in your college years, you would learn this that it's always good to have two players in the market, not one. So if we have a Google organic search engine today, it's better for us to have actually two competitors there. So I actually would want Bing to actually do that, but their approach is completely different. So we still don't have anyone close, but there are a lot coming. I've used Brave Search, I've used Yandex, I've used DuckDuckGo. None of it is close to Google. But there needs to be someone who should take that role as well. Anyways, so that's how Google Analytics for GSC is big. And to give them a challenge, a collaborative aspect of Adobe Experience Platform is talking about. Why collaborative? Because they've taken over Marketo, they've taken over a lot of new acquisitions, all to make one platform, one product. I've used Adobe Photoshop 7, and today I see the Adobe software suite is available on cloud. So the way they have brought in things together in the past 30 years is phenomenal. So that brings us to a close of one topic for you. We have two more topics. I would not know what exactly is the time we have right now. Okay, so we have time. We have a lot of time. Okay, so let me get me back to my presentation. Great. So here what we try to cover is AdSense. What exactly is AdSense? AdSense is a monetized platform for you. So you have created your podcast marketing. Your podcasts are ready as web pages, as blog pages, as content ready pages for you. You have created YouTube videos around them, and you would want your YouTube videos to be broadcasted to the public, right? So uh, you can enable monetization on all these leverages, and that's what AdSense is all about. So back when Google initiated this particular process, it was basically on search ads. But now search ads are basically the keywords that you go and search on Google. Sure, you guys are aware of it. But now AdSense is very dynamic. You have a search ad, you have display ads, you have native ads, you have YouTube ads, social ads, and nowadays I've seen survey ads as well. So I've done survey ads also in the past. Survey ads are basically small clip videos that you come across. Mostly they are done by big brands. They will ask you about a recall factor. Like, have you seen such videos, such 5 videos in the past? What do you like about those 5 videos? It's just a way of creating a recall factor for a brand. I've seen a lot of reviews, positive reviews being requested and taken in a smart way from these videos, wherein you actually end up giving someone a 5 rating by asking smart questions on your survey. You can also get ratings on videos individually by doing the same mechanic. So you're starting up a survey kind of an ad. You're actually asking people to answer 2 or 3 questions which are very easily answerable. And as you answer the 3 questions, you actually rate that particular video. And since you're going to answer the questions on a human level, yet in real time, you're working as a capture. It's an automated capture so that the machine will think that it's a legitimate rating and a review. So that is the advanced form of an AdSense. So when we talk of search ads, I can actually talk of creating a Java copy of my code. I can patch that code on my website and I'll start getting some ad based on the content that is available on my website. I can also talk about creating display ads. Display ads would be creating banner ads. I can have the same tax thing also, but my banner is available in a more fancier way. If by fancy, I'm trying to suggest that it's in a native way. So what's a native way? The native way would be like a newspaper would show you a caption of a text in a smart way that you cannot determine the difference that is this an image or actually a text. So much so, when you see it in a screen, you actually cannot differ while reading. Are you reading the actual article or all a part of an ad of a completely different leverage altogether? So that's called a native ad. You smartly give your information in such a way that the reader thinks that it's actually a part of the story you're reading, and you actually end up clicking on it. So that's a native ad. Then you have YouTube ads. You can get YouTube ads for the skippable part. There are times when you cannot skip it. There are bumper ads. There are a whole facet of ads on YouTube altogether. It's a whole different money game together. Uh, when then we have social ads. When we talk of social ads, we're talking of Meta. We're bringing an Insta. I am very narrowly made myself available on Insta, and that is probably one of the reasons why I keep receiving notifications from Meta telling me that I have 300 rupees on my credit, and if I am going to use it for the next 7 8 days, and all I have to do is add my billing information. So all they want is my bank details, and they're willing to give me 300 rupees so that I can start using Instagram ad and start giving them money. Money that Meta has stopped earning after Apple decided that device tracking is going to end. iOS 14, that version of iPhone when it came, that is the reason why Meta stopped earning money from the US, because people told eventually that the devices are not going to take information from me, not to Facebook for sure. So, anyways, that is social ads. And then we talk of survey ads, which we have just briefly covered. So these are the various proponents with which you can actually bring in monetization onto your website. This is a way of seeing how you can place different ads on one web page. You can place up to 3 ads. I don't recall this very well because I don't remember. I used my AdSense account after a long time today, and I still have some 27 $28. If I have time, I'll show you guys a screenshot of it also. If I am allowed to share screen, which I'm not sure, I'll ask EdRed. Anyway, so with AdSense, uh, you require to at least add 3 codes on your web page. There would be 3 different ads that can come from your AdSense on one homepage. But a greedy you would want more, right? So then, when you can bring in individually your ad from social platforms, you can also bring in your ads from YouTube and also from display as well. But uh, if you're using it on AdSense, there are only 3 properties, but I think times have changed, so there should be more available. So these are all the various ways with which you can use the content that you have created on a landing page that we have summed up with podcast marketing, which can also include of audio, of video, and brief music of what you're exactly trying to say, followed by a beautiful analysis with a slideshow and a detailed description of an ebook available as a download. All that can be monetized, and for monetization you would need AdSense, and this is where AdSense come into play. AdSense is actually a platform where AdWords would actually, and people come and pay money on AdWords, and they use AdSense as one of those publishing platforms available. So it's a very smart thing they have done. PPC is the biggest earner for Google. So Google AdWords is the biggest earner for Google of all these years, and they're still the giant. That they still 75% of the searches are still done on Google. That's how big they are, and each of those attribute is further reverse engineered by saying that in simple language, I would say that each and every platform that we have used today, be it Facebook ads, be it LinkedIn ads, be it any other Twitter ads, they all work on the mechanics that was devised by Google Ads. that the ads will be based on keywords, that will be based on bidding on those keywords, that they can be determined by impressions, by determining those impressions, how do you calculate what would put the charges based on the visitors they are being frequented for, by the time they are being spent out. So your whole value shape of a web page is evaluated, and then you are eventually placed how premium you'll earn. A better example of that would be YouTube. If you have more subscribers on your YouTube channel, you'll earn more. If they spend more time on your platform, you will be more frequented to be shared across similar audiences across the globe where your content can be monetized. So that is the attribution aspect of AdSense and how they have actually collaborated all ends to it. When we talk of AdSense for YouTube and AdSense in general, there are three fundamental aspects that come into play. You create your ads. Like I said, you just go and copy. You select a size. I think things are very dynamic nowadays. They will just ask you that just copy this information and place where you want to show your ad, and the responsive part and the dynamic part will all be taken care of automatically by the machine. I am giving you this who has not used AdSense for last at least 2 years, I believe. 2 years definitely, solid years, where I've not pasted, I'm so sorry, where I've pasted that code onto my web pages, that brings me those ads. Anyways, so on your YouTube dashboard, you have your ads, you have your the various websites that you have registered on AdSense, where you have complied with the regulations that so sorry the with the regulations that Google has cited about about how to control. Just give me 1 second, guys. Yes, so when we add sites, we need to give permission to Google that they will put across a bot and a crawler to see, are we talking of this information? Are we complying with the legality aspects of it? Where will I? Who frequents my website? What kind of information I'm giving out from my website? Is a community kind of a forum? Am I trying to sell anything? If I'm selling, how am I selling? Am I selling the ethical way, the non-ethical way? And all these attributes come into play. So, in summation, ad sites would be those platforms with accepted websites that can be placed under the AdSense monetization program. So you need both these aspects to be comprehended first, and then you monitor. You must monitor if you want to really understand and reap the benefits of AdSense. A lot of time I have seen accounts getting suspended because uh, there are updates that have taken place. In the past, I've seen people placing ads on a website which barely has 100 words, and very recent, like a year back, I would say, Google came up with some very stringent reforms wherein they started penalizing accounts where such coincidences took place when very limited content was made available and where an ad copy was also present and they were distributing ads on that particular page. So I've seen accounts getting suspended also. So monitoring is very important, very fundamental. You will also pay more heed to it when you focus on the YouTube advertising program. There is a monetization platform for YouTube as well, which is again the same. Today I've gone across to my dashboard and I can actually see on my AdSense platform. So when I'm here, let me give you guys a brief screenshot. So this is my YouTube dashboard. So this is especially for YouTube. I have just managed to earn this much. There are other aspects that I can think of doing out here, but I have no idea because, like I said, I've been here for a lot of time, and this is my AdSense platform. So I have a little money on my AdSense, not much. Uh, I have ads out here, and yeah, so this is where I can actually get my ads. See, this is one of the website that I have taken permission to. Let's see what report they show out. Okay. So I don't know. I think I have to figure this out. Haven't been here for a lot of time. So in short, this is your dashboard for AdSense. How it looks like. I'm so sorry. I thought I would have things to show out here, but no, nothing much, except that I have 100 peanuts. Yeah. See, these are few platforms. What is giving me an instruction is that this is one of my blogs. And I think for some reason this blog is not available anymore, due to which is asking me that I need to pay attention and remove this. Monetization on this is it requires a review, as you can see out here. So this is where you request a site to be analogged into sites, and this is one of the platforms which is ready. But again, the ad stacks are not there. So ad tags are basically instructions that you give out to your domain about how soon and how they would be expected to be analyzed by bots, how frequently they want a Google crawler to come into their website and crawl to see how updated the information is. In relative explanation, ndtv.com would want their crawler to catch up with them every 5 minutes because that's how they update the information. So that's how relevant they would want to become. So this is the dashboard for AdSense. Coming back to the session, there we go. So the three fundamental facets for AdSense platforms are ad, size, and monitor, as you can see, and this is one of the primaries that should inspire a good many of us to eventually be associated with the whole aspect of bringing your digital marketing skill facets into play and how you can use that leverage for your own advantage going forward. So, having covered all these aspects, we come to the final session for the evening. We are going to talk more about marketplace and e-commerce marketing. So, you created your podcast material, your marketing material is ready. You have found out ways to channelize content on your website. Now those content are ready for monetization thanks to AdSense. You have your YouTube channels created, you have your YouTube videos created. Those YouTube videos are uh, readily available on YouTube for monetization if your subscriber comes and views them and so forth. Now comes the part of selling all your attributes together. And how do you do that? So for to bring up the whole aspect all together, we started the session by saying that we are talking about internet marketing as the leverage point. And when we talk of internet marketing, it starts the whole facet of your podcast marketing, be it video marketing. At the end of the day, it eventually comes up to your website and how you leverage and how you use that information on your website. what exactly would be the SEO structure, and what would be your prerogative to see how you bring in organic traffic to your website. Uh, you would want to explore other facets of tools like pay-per-click. You would want to bring in other aspects of things like social media marketing into play. When we talk of social media marketing, what are the ads? What are the platforms where you want to talk about it? How do you build upon an audience? We started the session by saying that my expertise is in creating an audience. So I understand a brand first. Based on that understanding, I give them a demographic understanding of what their ideal customers are and how can we attract and reach out to those customers. To define that, I bring in storytelling into play. When we talk of all these three facets, your website, your PPC, and your social media marketing, the final part, the final nail is always the content. It is the final definition, the final nullification of tool that comes into play. Email marketing is again one very B2B oriented approach. Uh, when I say B2B, I am also going a little D2C as well, direct to customers. When I receive a mailer straight from Amazon asking me, can I take money from my bank account? Is actually D2C. It is more a B2B oriented approach because in B2B, we want a business relationship with the customer, yet we are a little hesitant about it, more respectable about it, privacy oriented. We don't want to barge in because we don't want to affect your privacy and things in that play. So because of all these facets, I would want to have a very safeguarded inbox. So I don't want to be frequented with people that I don't know, people that are outside my network. Uh, so that's how I give respect to my inbox on my Gmail. If it's my office, then I'm more strict. I do not accept anything outside my network. Uh, Yet, I would want uh, people who are looking for uh, mutually benefitable clauses to reach out to me without affecting my current set of actions with my obligations. I would respond to it. So how you reach out and filter that information to my inbox placement, a guarantee that your mail is not going to a spam box, a guarantee that I'm going to send you a set of 5 emails that is eventually going to give you a good understanding of how to create a video, a set of 5 emails that are going to tell you how to use hashtags for your reels. So things like that. So that's something called drip marketing. So and it falls under a prerogative of email marketing. When you have both these aspects collaborated together, you would need more people who would want to talk and brag about your product. That's when we bring in an influencer. An influencer is nothing but an ambassador, like a Saif Ali Khan or an Akshay Kumar, who would come and talk about your product. He would just not talk about your product. He would actually use your product. He would actually review your product in various fanciful places and actually bring in his own audiences together to talk about your product, to bring in new customers and add value to your product. So that's influencer marketing. There's a whole different level of influencer marketing dashboard tools available nowadays. Sidekick is something that I used very recently. It's a wonderful platform. We had a gaming client, and the gaming client was looking for gaming influencers in the US. So Sidekick used to give me that information of all the influencers available. And it's just not limited to the gaming industry. Uh, we have for the fashion industry, for the apparel industry, for the tourism sector. It's very vibrant altogether. So that's influencer marketing. And of course, reviews and rating. We do not ever buy a product without going through the reviews and ratings. If anybody is doing it, stop doing that. That's the first thing we need to do. So how do we collaborate, manipulate, and gather reviews and ratings? Yes, there are manipulative ways, but there are structured, ethical, collaborative ways as well. If you request a reviews two times, you will never get a no. The acceptance ratio agrees out. Uh, it's about asking someone to do a re-audit of your review. It looks a little tricky, but trust me, every time you will give that effort, 85% time you will get a positive response. A person will appreciate you reaching out to them in order to do a re-review and reconsider if they can. Don't do that probably when they have money to be received from your company that you're representing with. So you would need to understand how you would do it and how you would use that playground, how you would use that effect into play. So reviews and ratings is definitely one of those most positive rated uh, driven ratio that drives a final conversion, and conversion is what we are all looking into. So when we talk of marketplace marketing, we are talking also of listing options. We're talking of pricing and promotions and advertising within marketplaces. By saying listing options, I mean to say I have an Amazon affiliate account. I can show you a quick tool of that as well. So an Amazon affiliate account would look something like this. Again, I haven't done any activity in the past. Let me see if I can get you something from the past, some kind of data. Let's see report. Let's see my earnings report. I think maybe from the historical point, I can go back. So I haven't been here for a long time altogether again. So again, I would need some time to actually get used to it. It's a whole new dashboard altogether. So, anyways, the Amazon dashboard. So we have products on Amazon, and I can actually create links of all those products from this dashboard. I have books. I can see books out here, general booksellers. I'll say get HTML, um, uh, adventure. So I have this link copied now. Anybody who clicks on this particular link and goes to Amazon and makes a purchase, I will get some percentage out of it. So that's my affiliate account. That's my affiliate aspect of Amazon to the whole platform. So this is just not limited to books, everything, the mobile phones that they have, the latest product that they have, the whole ambit of thing. So this can link to any page. So all I can go is just select what product I would want to go. Mobile phone, music, what one I want. So they go across to this particular dashboard, and once they click on that particular page, I can say here I need a mobile, probably electronics. I would say Oppo, and I will say Oppo phones. Once again, HTML. So this is my HTML link. Anyone who goes and clicks on this link, let me copy this link. Let me show you how it works. So this is my link. This is my dynamic URL that will eventually cater that any sale on this particular item. Now, since I'm doing this from my own account, it's ideal I do it incognito so that no tracking is possible. Yet they would intelligently know nowadays, but still, this is a safe way of telling them I'm not breaching your network. See, it doesn't come out because of this. So this particular app tool would eventually bring you back to your landing pages of products available on Amazon and with which you get a part of it. It's connected to my bank account. There are promotional platforms out of it available. like the latest promotion that they are selling out. I can sell all these items that are available. See, these items are available. I can get a link of these items, this particular thing on my website. I can get a link of this particular banners. I can get fashion item information, music, all these aspects. It's very dynamic. All I need to do is copy this information and paste it on my website, and the information starts to flow. People who interact with it, then I can actually go and tell of anybody. In the past, I've done it myself. If someone wants to buy a new phone, I would actually go and place that link on my website, and the person goes and makes a purchase from my website, and Amazon delivers the whole thing to them. So the end deal is delivered. I get a cut out of it, and I have actually given back discounts also on that. So that's a fancy way of thinking things. So coming back to the presentation, so we have product listing optimization. That's how you list your products. You can list it in a very smart way, cohesive way. You can only bring very targeted audiences to your marketplace. How you would want them to react. You can bring in your official network. You can bring in your friends, your families to your own listing platforms, and give them discounts. You can also bring in pricing and promotional programs. You can actually create WhatsApp statuses of your phone profiles. You can do a lot of Telegram. You can do a lot of uh, uh, lists that you can create on Twitter. Spaces, Twitter Spaces is something that is also coming into play. If you're a podcaster, you can actually tell people click on the subscription or click on the link on this description of my video or on my channel, and you get a discount. So how you bring in those aspects into play, and then we have advertising within marketplaces. This is beautiful. This is where Amazon is selling books and making different booksellers compete against themselves in the Amazon platform. So, for example, a book can be published by Tata, and another book can be published by Reliance, and another book can be published by the government of India. So all three books can be made available on Google, and all the three books can talk about Elon Musk. And who makes the final purchase will be depend on the ads that the three of them are putting across. So that is advertising within marketplaces. So that is where Amazon would come into play. That is where Flipkart comes into play. That is where Myntra comes into play. Then there is Azure that is coming into play, wherein it is one dashboard. Even you can buy Reebok from there also and Nike from there as well. But both can compete with each other. It's a very dynamic platform altogether. When you talk of marketplace listings, you can also actually factor in a lot of. You can actually go and create your own dashboard and sell all these catalogs all together to your own niche audience as well. So even that also comes into play. So this is very advanced and a very reformed way of approaching your marketer, your very target audiences based on a lot of this would eventually be used in your electronic data, where you are more like a ebook reader, wherein you get a PDF download, wherein you get to watch a movie, and how you can use that movie rights on a rental preview, how you can watch highlights of your IPL matches and things in that lieu, how you're cross using OTT networks, how you can watch Amazon Video on selected categories under Geo Cinemas probably. That's what I've read today. And that's why the premium charges will be so high. So these are all the various places of advertising within marketplaces, wherein the end result is very enriching for the subscriber, which is us. And when we talk of all these dynamics, we definitely again come back to you're fulfilling the aspect. Again, marketplace listing is also very B2B oriented. You would need a lot of positivity in your rankings, information play, and then how you can channel your referral or marketing affiliate. So, like I said, in the past when I was initially uh, testing my scheme of design with Hashdash and with the Amazon affiliate program that you just saw, I used to create banners for the most fancy of phones that were coming at that time and used to make those links available. And I should really push my network that, if you're buying a phone, try it from my website. And actually, it worked. A lot of people actually went and made those purchases. There were a few times when I could not actually recall back who actually did this because I would wanted to know that. So that's how things happens on a very organic level. Gives you a lot of fun. It's very easy to set up. I think it's free of cost. All you need is a website and a good understanding of how to use links and tools. I'm sure once you complete this session with EdRed, the beginning part of it, you definitely would be ready to come up because the program that EdRed has given you is by design to empower you. It will give you the advantage to how to self-market yourself by the time you finish up this course. And the advanced part is something that I definitely recommend. If you are an internet marketing enthusiast, just complete the whole aspect of it because the end results are rewarding. So coming back to customer reviews and ratings, and we're talking of fulfillment and shipping. Your fulfillment and shipping are two very dynamic aspect. This is where a tracking aspect takes place, and this is where the B2B oriented aspect also takes place. So if I'm a seller, I would want my courier guy to come up on time to me. I want it to be displayed to my customer, and I want to make sure that my customer can track my courier guy in real time. And if there is any delay, that information is given up to me and to my customer. If required be, I will reach out to my customer with an apology letter. But if it's delayed in transit, I want my courier to share that information in real time to my customer. How can I keep a track of all this information? All these attributes are possible with fulfillment and shipping. For example, Amazon gives you fulfillment and shipping of their own personalized products. So if you agree, if you're a Prime member, you get guaranteed delivery under fulfillment and shipping from Amazon. So you will receive that product no matter what. That is assured. So that is the added benefit of fulfillment and shipping. And referral and affiliate, as we have just saw, referral can be a job referral. You're working for an organization, there is an open position available, and you refer your friend, he gets a job, he gets a first salary, you get a cut out of it. That's how things work in the job sector as well. There are job consultants, how they get money out of it. Affiliate is just as I've explained. You get affiliate IDs created for a particular user. A more relative example would be you requesting your friend or your family member to probably use Google Pay or WhatsApp Pay or Paytm Pay, and when they make the first transaction, you get $50 out of it. So that is affiliate. So those are the attributes that comes into play. The various forms of marketing that companies bring across to eventually entice the user to be acquired to get acquainted with your product, and once they get acquainted with your product, how you will be frequented with that information. uh, so far what we have actually comprehended so far in this whole takeaways from AdSense to e-commerce marketing is the understanding of how the marketing product is placed into monetization ambits, and from monetization how you can actually bring it to a sellability platform like e-commerce platforms, and then how you can think of dynamic ways to make this product uniquely available to segmented sectors. Marketplace marketing can also be the 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 surplus, the special discounted wafers you will get in Rajdhani or on the latest Delhi to Agra train, where you will get probably a fruity for say two fruities for say 20 rupees. So how you bring across and that our deal between uh, IRCTC probably and the programmer, and how you create that win-win opportunity from a marketplace standpoint, and how you collaborate all these products all together. It can also be the exchange of information for videos. It can also be special movies that can be allowed. Back in our days, we used to hear things like uh, tax-free movies. There would be some movies which you can go into a hall and you can watch without paying any money on special occasions and special day. So those are leverages, ideas that can be created, all integrated together under e-commerce and marketplace marketing, and how you can all bring all these embeds together. So once you take an advance with your internet marketing course, uh, these are the various dynamic aspects that will come into play. I will give you a very quick overview of what exactly is a marketing playbook. It's basically one of a kind of a tool that we use in order to help understand how our client would actually uh, you know take your marketing program to be. So if you have to give you a very quick understanding, I'll just show you a quick review. So this is what a marketing playbook look like. It's one of my. So this is just an Excel sheet which has up to action points. This is the internal calendar. These are the platforms that we are marketing on. These are the dates that we're looking on. So these are the platforms, the campaign, website, media, social media. These are the campaigns that we are talking of for a particular client. What are the theme? What are we expecting out of it? What are the websites that are coming in? What work are we doing with the website? What are the relevant information that comes into play? How we are playing across their Twitter platform, how we are sharing content about their LinkedIn, what exactly are their title for a particular post, what exactly is the final link, has the client approved of it, how the person will review it. So this all information is on Google Cloud. So anyone who is a Google Cloud user can actually go and review these documents. If there are any changes or audits need to be done, that can be done in real time by giving comments. This is the PR activity book. This is where we take off all our PR blogs for a particular client that we are working for. This is the email marketing planner that we have. So this is a playbook. A playbook is basically a very comprehensive summation of all the attributes that you're doing for a particular client, starting from your social media channels, what will be posted today on Facebook, what will be posted tomorrow on LinkedIn, what time it will be posted. And once they are posted, are we interacting with that or not? Are we going and clicking on this particular aspect? And what are the likes and reactions and other facets of those particular engagements? So those are the facets that will eventually come into the marketing playbook. And this is how a marketing playbook is attributed. So it's a very utility tool. It's a kind of tool that gives a lot of advantage to both you as an organizer and as to the client, by giving the client the advantage of a one dashboard where they got all the information required to understand how exactly are the marketing efforts being taken into account, and are things actually working with them, and how things needs to be better as they go forward. Um, Some of the next things that we will cover on the playbook include, like I've just given you understanding, it includes the internal calendar, the website, the campaigns. And when we talk of campaigns, we can also include paid ads. We can also include the email marketing aspect if we are creating videos. What are the social media platforms that we are talking into? What are the moderation aspect that we are going into? So when we talk of all these aspects, we eventually will come to a stage when we want to bring and break up all our efforts together into certain actionable items. And none better when we have to analyze information on a segmented platform. So for once you complete this course, you go into a job, you will have a planner. And the ideal way to approach any project is to distribute and divide that into three segments. The idealistic way that I've gone for all these years is 30, 60, 90. I'll have a 30-day plan. What would I do in my 30-day plan? I would start with my research and analysis. I will conduct understanding of market research. What are my target audience? What are my the, the strength of my product? What are my weaknesses? I'll do a lot of SWOT analysis that will help me understand what are my strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Once I understand all this all together, I will create a website optimization strategy. With my website optimization strategy, I will define a better content outlay. How will I use my content strategy? A different way of content strategy, a different, better word for content strategy that I would say would be content storytelling. Storytelling is the ideal word that I would actually would want to use in such a scenario. Once I have my content storytelling in play, I would actually want to see how I go forward and use out my social media engagement. How will I use my playbook to create advanced schedules of my content across various social media platforms? How will I bring all these pieces up together and how I bring forward with my profiling information actually. Once I have the 30-day planner, my bigger goal would be eventually to get indexed on Google. I would see how my search engine optimization strategies are in play, how my pay-per-click information are in play. Sorry guys, just give me 1 second. I'll just take a minute. Yeah, so where were we? Yeah, we were with pay-per-click. No, we were with website optimization. So once I understand my content is ready, my website is ready, how my indexing is being understood by Google, I would want to see that. Once I have my understanding on my Google set ready, I would also want to see my pay-per-click sessions. This is where I will tell Google AdWord to create ads based on the keywords that I have used on the website and how would I use to leverage that information and compete with other people who are using the same keywords. So the most Idealistic way is we bid on the keywords that are being put across and we win the auction by building better content copy, by making those content more available on the websites so that the score is better. That's called a quality score. At the end of the day, it is the quality score and the amount of bid you put across that determines who will be number one when a person searches for a particular keyword, say digital marketing course, and how would I be placed number one on that. Then we segment it to email marketing. I've already explained email marketing is basically wherein you create a one-on-one window with interactions on email, wherein your priority would ideally be to reach a person's inbox. So a smart way would be to use a very tricky, smart, clickable subject liner. I'll give you a very good insight of tools that you can use to create perfect subject line. A title or a subject line should include four necessary words: a common word, an uncommon word, a powerful word, and an emotional word. There is a tool called Headline Analyzer. I'll share the link on the end of the screen. That gives you a very good breakup of each title that you put across, and it gives you a score. And I always take a score of 70, which is green in color, and A plus in rating, to select that this is going to be my ideal copy for a particular title. Then I talk of conversion optimization. When I talk of conversion optimization, I try to increase a value and returns from a landing page based on the way the landing page is presented. So I can have one big image come onto a very masthead. I can have a slider come in, or I can have a straight off text come in and interact with you in a very tricky, smart way. My end of the goal is to get a conversion to take the user to the checkout page where he submits the final submit button and our action is completed in the form of a sale, in the form of a thank you form that comes, in the form of a page or a landing page that comes across, or a PDF download that comes across. So that is my final conversion point, a final end goal that will be need to be optimized for each and every action. And then I will diversify my conversion optimized strategy with A/B testing. A/B testing in simple words would be sending an emailer with two different subject copies to set of 100 email IDs each, and you trying to tally which would have a better ROI. And then we come across to an advanced stage where we want to talk about how influencer marketing can be cohesively brought together. Like I've just given you a briefing, there are tools which gives you an understanding of how you would want to optimize your leverage of how your uh, product marketing from a product marketing standpoint, what kind of influencer are you looking for? I work with a travel-based product, Exposure, wherein we were looking for social media, social travelers actually, who would go across to different places and they would check into those places and take videos of those places and actually give us back. So in a way, we were looking for people who will create videos of local destinations and then publish them on the app. So we were looking for a target of people of this age group who like traveling. So we were trying to filter that information. Now we can actually find dashboards which will give me these data in India and also internationally. I can get traveler data. I can get people who can talk about fashion. I can get talk about people who talk about music, about news, about journalism, about activism, and the whole facet is very vibrant. Then there are ways I can think of creating customer retention and loyalty. Affiliate idea is one way, monetization is another way, giving avenues of collaborating with other tools, and experience that you can give and leverage to a customer that helps in optimizing and enriching your end experience. Those are the factors comes into customer retention and loyalty. When we talk of analytics and reporting, as we have explained, it's a very combination of understanding who frequents your website, how they spend their time on your website, what pages they visited, how much time they spent on their website, and how can you take all this data together to eventually structure how better can they be presented on your website. Uh, when you talk of continuous learning and adaptation, we are talking of taking track of all this information and at the same time, whatever is happening in the real time. So if you're a news agency, you would actually want to see how people are reacting to various news that comes across, and you can set patterns and dynamics of it. You can actually use advanced hashtag tracking tools to actually see how people are interacting. I'll share a few links about hashtag tools that you can use that can helps you diversify your end results. So when I talk of creating headlines, this is the number one. These are the number one tools that I can use across post-casual headline analyzer. We have share through. We have AMI headline. Each of them are very potent. So let's take our headline analyzer and give you a very good quick overview. Okay, I should go to my. Okay, so let's take a hard line. So this is one thing that I've created in the past, how to bargain. So I'll go and analyze this. And this is how it has scored my headline. It tells me that these are my common words, how to these are my common words. Bargain is my powerful word. Social is my uncommon word. So I think I haven't got an emotional word for this particular title. So yeah, no emotional word. Anyways, I got 83. I'm happy. Word balance is a little high. I really the sentence should be a little smaller, so it will just give you a very good understanding. What count? What are the character count? Your title should be list based, like how to find ways, 7 ways to 6 ways to. Those are the ways that the machine actually understands, and people actually love that. For my rating grade, it's very understandable what I'm talking. Clarity is good. I have positive words in my keyword. So these are all the various aspects that comes into play when I have used my keyword for this particular title. And this would give me my eventual score. So the same aspect can be replicated by other tools as well. Let me give you a very good overview from the next tool that we have, which is Share Analytics. Same tool, it gives out a different way altogether. So it's given me a good score, and I think I can go ahead with this particular word. So these are ways with which you can use various tools to eventually channel and modify your information in smart ways that the machine can understand it. So that at the end of the day, you can take the advantage out of it in a better, premium, more advanced, elaborate way altogether. There are other tools that are available that are EMI Institute, Headline, and Portal that you can also help explore. One of the tools that I primarily always use is BuildWith. It's a kind of a platform which eventually gives you a very good breakup of what tool and technology a brand is using to create their website. So say we want to understand EdRed and how have they created the website. We go to EdRed and we just say look up. So this tool will give me a very good breakup of how they have created this website so that I as a layman can understand uh, what are the platform that they have used. Is it a WordPress website? Is it a custom PHP? What are the tools that they have used? What are the technology that they have used? Where they have hosted their servers from? The whole facet of it. So if I need to understand what is the technology that is being used to design a website and a whole background of it, I think I have a little connectivity issue. It's not loading up. There you go. I'm so sorry. The services are not available on this for now. So I think I am having a bandwidth issue on it. Let's take another domain. Let's take Amazon. So this is the information. It's a very previously one of a platform. So they have used Facebook domain inside. They have used their e-commerce own web store. They have used HTML5 gateway. This is their own Amazon Associate program that I've just shown you. The Amazon ad system, wherein they are launching their own ad to market their own products. This is also one platform where they will also use ads that are coming from other network, like they are showing their own Google ads. They will show their own Facebook ads, so they're getting different money from those platforms as well. What are the SSC certification? These are all technical aspects that a developer or a coder would understand well. These are a various facets that fetches information with regard to the style sheets used, the HTML5 code that they have used. This is the meta description aspect. This is required from a technical standpoint of marketability. This is a Twitter card, helps in enriching your Twitter experience. Your open graph tool, basically your schematics, that helps you categorize your information. We have a Pinterest platform as well. So this is one tool that gives you a very cohesive and quick understanding of what are the tools that has been used for a particular website. It's builtwith.com. It's very niche. You should all give it a try. And the final point that I have on my chapter is hashtag marketing tools, hashtagify. So this is another very cool tool that I have used. It's basically a way to give you a very good purview of what hashtags to use, in what network you need to use them, and how you can actually take leverage of that information. So if I have to give you an understanding, I'll actually take you to hashtagify directly. That would give you a very good understanding. So sorry. So that's the platform we have. So say we need to know what is the most famous word right now globally. It is Sudan as of now, or if you want to go for a particular word, like say India, what is happening with this? I'm so sorry. This is my popularity, how recently they have been used, when was the last time monthly friendly pays on a global scale, the weekly trend, what are the top keywords that are coming in play. This is again very human approach way. These are all picked from Twitter. If I want to segment this into various networks, then there are additional filtering available. I can try them for Instagram only, but again, I need to sign up for an account and get a benefit thing. So you can probably try that at your own peril. It is important to understand that when you talk of hashtag marketing, there are different platforms that comes into play. So Twitter have their own group of hashtags, LinkedIn has their own group of hashtags, Facebook has them, Insta has them. So what I mean to say is that when you search for hashtags, they are network oriented. So they are grouped in a domain. So there cannot be any searches combined between a hashtag for, say, Google in Instagram and searching the same in Twitter and expecting to see what you have posted in as from your Insta and Twitter account. You would have to post it individually for the Insta network to be placed and ranked and segregated, and the same has to be replicated for each network. So it's unique from a platform perspective. YouTube has it, Twitter has it, LinkedIn has it, uh, Insta has it. So you need to understand and explore each hashtag on individual network basis before using it in order to understand what will eventually be of more relevance to you. And with this, we come to an end of the session. It was wonderful. I would like to thank EdRed once again for the opportunity and for all you guys who have been patiently attending to me for the last 2 hours. I thank you so much. Have a pleasant evening ahead. Thank you.
In 2025, India's digital marketing industry is predicted to be worth rupees 4,000 crores. India has over 40 crores internet users, and your next potential client is probably scrolling right now. Kickstart your digital marketing career with beginner and expert courses. Become a digital marketing pro in social media optimization, search engine optimization, content marketing strategies, infographic design, web development, and much more. Gain experience in over 20 different tools, 10 secret hacks to increase engagement and reach with live classes from our domain experts.
What are you waiting for? Register now to be certified and EdRedified.
By 2025, India's digital marketing industry is predicted to be worth rupees 4,000 crores. India has over 40 crores internet users, and your next potential client is probably scrolling right now. Kickstart your digital marketing career with beginner and expert courses. Become a digital marketing pro in social media optimization, search engine optimization, content marketing strategies, infographic design, web development, and much more. Gain experience in over 20 different tools, 10 secret hacks to increase engagement and reach with live classes from our domain experts.
What are you waiting for? Register now to be certified and EdRedified.